Hi, my name is Lydia Mueller, and this is my audition for the Young Performing Missionary Program summer of 2019 as a tech missionary. I don't have a lot of experience with light or sound equipment, but I have a heavy performance background in theater and music, so I have experienced a lot of those things from the performance side, and so I think that will be very helpful for me as a technician to provide the best performance experience for the performers. I have a lot of wardrobe experience. I have helped alter and create costumes for lots of productions. I have primarily done costume alteration, but I'm also very practiced in clothing construction, and I have 2 semesters worth of clothing construction education at a university level with pretty good grades. I have done costume management for a high school condensed version of Hamlet that I helped produce, and I did a lot of costume planning and alteration and management for that. Have a lot of experience helping with backstage things. I've always been heavily involved, even as a cast member, in my backstage duties, I guess. I have worked a lot with hair and makeup. I've done hair and makeup for over 15 shows, from musicals to Shakespeare performance to ballet, and I've worked with actors from elementary to adult ages, and I love making people feel prepared and feel like they're looking the part and help them feel confident about their performance. I worked with a lot of different eras and different kinds of shows. I've done more whimsical stuff like Seussical the Musical and Alice in Wonderland, and then I've worked on more historical stuff with Shakespeare and Elizabethan era and Civil War era, and we did a show once with 80s costumes and in the 80s era. And I also have experience with the Nauvoo era. When I was in the Nauvoo and British pageants a couple of years ago, I was really excited about learning about that time period and what people wore and how they dressed and how they did their hair, and I did a lot of research on that when I was preparing for the pageants before, and I found a lot of joy in helping my family kind of get ready for that and be prepared for that. I really have been interested in working with props and set painting and construction and things like that, but I haven't had a lot of experience, but I do have a lot of art experience and creation experience, so I can pick up skills like that quickly. I look forward to lending my talents to this experience, hopefully. Nauvoo is a really special place to me. I really, ever since I went to Nauvoo, I was instilled with a really strong feeling that Heavenly Father really cares about the things that go on in Nauvoo, and that the people that visit there, He wants them to discover more about His plan for them. And I remember feeling very loved and very cared about personally by my Heavenly Father as I was there, and I felt so strongly that I wanted to come back and to help other people have the experience that I had while I was there. I remember sitting in the Promise, and I was just overcome with the truthfulness of the work that happens in Nauvoo, and the stories of the early saints are so applicable to our lives right now. there's so much adversity that comes up and more personal problems that weigh on our hearts, and I know that Heavenly Father, He wants to heal those, and by watching the Nauvoo pageants and the shows, they're fun, they're instructive, they're testimony building, but they're very personal, and as an audience member sitting there, the Spirit just works on your heart, and I know it can't do that unless the missionaries are prepared, and unless the tech are prepared, and unless the band is prepared, and that we can put that effort into sharing the gospel with so many people who want their testimonies to be strengthened and want to understand church history more is amazing to me. And I know that that work will roll forth, and it doesn't matter what happens, but there will be many times where we will see God's hand in our lives. And Nauvoo is definitely one of those for me.